And he said, why is it important that we are connected to nature? Because he's very much into technology, and I don't think he understands why it's important for us to be connected to nature, and I think that many people don't, and I am still understanding that importance. But what I feel is the first thing to address is that we, as humans, are nature.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, but you say that, however, we've created our society, basically, I believe, kind of designed that it's us, and then there's nature. And we have moved further and further into cities, and we have distanced ourselves from nature in many ways, because now people can spend days without being outside. We are, sitting in our homes with unnatural lighting or synthetic lighting behind computers, and not smelling fresh air, not eating food that we know where it even comes from. Sometimes it's grown in a lab. It all, looks the same. We can essentially live our daily lives without having a connection to nature, especially in the cities. So we live in Prague, and you could easily go a week without having your feet on the earth, unless you seek out going to a park and taking your shoes off and grounding. We are not grounded. We are not connected to the earth. And what does that even mean, to be grounded? Can you answer that, I guess? Because I know the importance of it. It's something that I crave, to walk with my bare feet. But what does it really mean to connect with nature, to ground, to feel the earth?
We are part of the nature because we were born out of it, Also, I don't know how many right now. I'm not familiar with this information that much, but how many elements from the nature is in the human body, consists the human body itself. But I think it's a big number. So also because of this little scientific fact that just came to my mind that I can mention, except that, we are really. The thing is that in nature there is a lot of this. There is the ancient wisdom, let's say. There is the natural wisdom. Where would you basically search for it? In the nature. Because for example, natives, Indians, indigenous people, they always seeked for the wisdom, for the knowledge in the forests, from the trees, from the speaking, from the connection that we lost, from the conversations with. Or conversations from the connections, from the some kind of intuitive channeling with the rocks, with the trees, with the animals, because we learned to use our logic and our mind, our heads, because of we created environment which is focused on the how do you say work, the performance, the
productivity, performance,
output. So that's why we also anchored our mind. Or our wisdom, or not, it's not wisdom really, but our center, we anchored it in the mind. So that's why we lost a lot of the ancient wisdom that we once had.
It would be like nature focusing only on the fruit that the tree bears, like only the product.
Yeah.
Like, let's get as much as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
But we are not understanding the whole other process that it takes in order to bear fruit, to create that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we're just going straight to that instead of respecting the time, the cycles of nature, the things that need to happen in order for fruit to be, our end result. The tree is not thinking about
exactly.
that. The bush is not thinking about that. It's just a product of everything else. That's the beauty of what is created, but that's not the only focus.
True. We, as you described it quite well, because we made everything sterilized. We created sterilized environment just to have everything, let's say, safe. Everything should be
efficient, also
efficient, safe,
clean,
quick, instant, clean. So we really are disconnected, from the nature a lot.
And what disconnected means for me is on a small level. For example, last week I was with my friends and we were staying at a place in nature, and I was looking at an apple tree, and I was holding the apple, which was about this big, and just taking in the beauty of the time it takes for that apple to grow, to become a fruit that will then be eaten, maybe. And I was getting emotional just thinking how beautiful it is that the tree is not rushing that process. It's not in a hurry to get to that end result. And the time that it takes, and then the apple will become fruit, and it will fall to the ground, and maybe someone will eat it, and maybe not. And then it becomes a part of the earth again, and the cycle starts. And it's just so beautiful. And it taught me in that moment to be patient, to stop trying to get to the end result. It's about the process. It's the slowly getting better and better, bigger and bigger, growing. And how beautiful that is. And sometimes you will get to that end result and then you just fall to the ground and you decompose and you start over anyways. So it's like that lesson, by just holding that apple, I was being shown that lesson of like, stop running to be the juicy apple at the end. Like, embrace being the small, cute little apple that you are, because this is a part of the process, and the tree is not in a rush, and that apple is not in a rush to grow, because it understands it needs to go through, each phase in order to get there. Right? So it was just like, in that moment, those lessons that nature can show us, we are missing them because we are moving so quickly, we are surrounded by technology, we are indoors, we are not taking the time to hold the small apple and to appreciate those little things. And I think that's one of the main things that we're disconnected from, is like daily life in nature and noticing the small changes and appreciating those changes. So each day, the things around us are slowly changing as we are slowly changing, but we're not so aware of it because we are stuck in these sterile environments, which are the same every day. So we're disconnected from those changes and cycles. For women especially, we're disconnected from the cycles of the moon, which we often connect to with our menstrual cycles. So 28-day cycles normally for a woman, and 28 to 30-day cycle for the moon. And we are connected. But now I can go a long time without even seeing the moon in the city. But here, when I'm in nature, I'm noticing it. I'm going, oh, okay, I see the moon. It's almost the full moon. I understand where my bleed is at in that cycle. And it's just a beautiful reminder, also, monthly, that the moon gets full as we get full of emotions, stress, ideas, and then we can slowly release and let go with the full moon, and then with the new moon building back up. So it's like this reminder monthly to release and let go of things. We're disconnected from that because we're just living day in and day out. Boom, 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 boom. Here's a year. But what I desire is a connection to the day more deeply as well. So like waking up with the sun, connecting my circadian rhythm, going outside, the day is starting, being outside, our body connects with the energy levels, right? So it starts to get darker, we slow down, we release some melatonin, we get tired, we go to bed. then the process starts. So people are having trouble with sleep because we are disconnected from that. We don't even know when to sleep. Our bodies are not are not knowing because we are under bright light all day. Many people.
Exactly.
I have noticed because I work outside and spend more time in nature and less time with lighting. Now at night, if you have the lights on, I cannot handle it because my body craves darkness when it's dark. I can't handle it. I'm really sensitive. I can't go into a shop for very long if they have fluorescent lights because my body is like, it's not natural. It doesn't feel good. But for many of us, we have become so numb to those unnatural things that we don't even remember what it's like. And my body is slowly remembering what it's like to actually be connected to a daily cycle, a circadian rhythm. And it feels great getting tired when it's dark. My body is signaled to go to sleep. These little things we are disconnected from, which result in bigger problems. So because we're disconnected from just the natural light, people struggle to sleep. And so they go to the doctor, and the doctor gives them sleeping pills, which is an unnatural way to force the body into sleep. Which disconnects that person taking those pills further from nature and the natural way of living, which is how I was when I was in the US. I couldn't sleep. I didn't have this knowledge. I probably wasn't spending enough time in nature. I was using synthetic light, maybe watching TV before bed. And then they just gave me sleeping pills. So I just took that. It's like, okay, this is how I teach my body to sleep. The doctor didn't tell me maybe you should not have light an hour or 2 hours before bed, or spend some time outside grounding, do some deep breathing, yoga. None of that was suggested. And, I think it's because the doctor didn't know any of those tools. They weren't using them themselves because they were disconnected as well. So we have people who are disconnected teaching others how to be disconnected, which we suffer. Our bodies are tired. We are exhausted. We don't know how to be human anymore. We don't know how to be nature because we're so, I keep using the word disconnected, but we're so, what's a better word?
We are basically not aware of the whole environment. We created boxes where we live apart from the nature, apart from the we live in the cities. We learned to live in big communities, or basically crowds, people that we don't even know, and we are focused. This is something what's this goes more into some other topic. This is we basically answered maybe from most what comes to our mind, what comes to our intuition right now, why it's important to connect with nature. But
I think I can maybe sum it up in a way that's digestible for people, and that is, okay, so the question is, why is it important that we're connected to nature? And I think the answer is because we are nature, and the technology of nature is far beyond the technology that we have created as humans. And if we can actually tap back into that and understand it, we will be so much more powerful and can create many of the things that technology is seeking to create. But understanding the technology of nature is incredibly important for us, and we just in many ways don't have an understanding of it because we are living separate from it. So if we can come back to understand nature, to be nature, to work as nature, to flow with it, we will find our power and our place in nature. Instead of fighting against it, trying to control it, we will work with it. And that is the importance of being connected to nature, because those who love technology and are interested in technology, nature is technology. Nature is wise wisdom.
That's true.
It's incredible.
That's true. Yeah.
And so it's not just sitting in the dirt and hanging out and grounding and doing some yoga and breathing and la la la. I like nature. No, nature is so wise. It is technology far beyond anything we have created. And understanding that will help us to create our, infinite realities if we can become the place in nature that we are destined to be. And I think that is why it's important that we are connected to nature.
Well said.
Again.
Well said. I just want to add, it's good to be aware from what nature comes from. The nature comes from this planet Earth, and we consider, we assume that this planet is dead. That it's, we forgot that it's. We think of it as a dead, pile of soil. I know it's just this like a soil ball, and we don't think of it as a living being. So we forgot this fact, and it comes from this materialistic, mindset, philosophy, view on life.
Extracting as much as we can from this dirt ball.
Scientism, which comes from the, which roots in the Renaissance era, and we forgot this fact that we basically neglect this whole planet if we deny the wisdom of the nature. So basically that's what comes to my mind right now, and
it's pretty amazing because where we are is called Lost Paradise. And it's just reminding me now, it's like the paradise that we have lost is our place in nature, and how it can become a paradise if we work with nature and remember these things. It's just we're remembering because we've forgotten. This is nothing new. It's just been lost. And we need to find it within.
Also, I just want to add, something came to my mind, that also we are like scared of animals. We are scared of the wildness, and that's why we closed ourselves in cubes, and we don't understand that those animals only mirror our behavior of people. So because we forgot, we don't understand it. That's why we are protecting ourselves from the animals and from the venomous, poisonous things, plants, etc., etc. From the floods, bad weather, and things like that. All kinds of things, but we don't understand that it's basically us that we are causing it, to ourselves. So because of that, we are really confused. So I believe that the potential is that we are able to really communicate with animals and be in peace with them, and we are able to be partners.
I know it because I was telling you recently I had a dream.
Those Disney,
and it was the.
I will just finish those. Those Disney fairy tales movies all at once. Especially, they are really showing us the potential of how we can really communicate, how we can that we can be partners with animals. That it's really there, pretty well shown that it's possible. So even those every kind of wild animals, wildness is really, there is possibility for it to be our partners. That's what
I feel it. And my dreams have been showing me that, because I've had dreams about animals. Specifically, one that I remember now is a dream about a bear, and it was just this big, what appeared to be aggressive bear, and everyone was afraid of it. But I went to the bear and just looked in the bear's eyes, and I was just calm, sending love, and we communicated. And the bear looked at me, and just the anger left, and the bear gently walked away. And it was just me communicating it's okay, and we have this ability to communicate with animals, I believe it. And that you're right, they are feeling our fear as well. So if we're afraid, then they're, on edge and attacking, and it doesn't have to be that way, that we can live in harmony if we respect and love nature. animals, each other.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
same with each other too, right? So we're just fighting each other because of fear. We're afraid of the other. But if we can come with love, we can gently live in peace side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I desire a deeper connection with animals, and I'm starting to encounter others who are communicating with animals, and I haven't discovered that ability yet. But for example, Iris that we met in Austria, she's been communicating with the ravens. She's basically a bird. She was like flying in her parasailing, speaking with the ravens. And then I met a woman recently who's working with water therapy, and she's communicating with fish underwater. And I mean, there's many people who are working with dolphins, for example. But this is something I just want to say now to call in to my life, that I seek a communication with animals.
Yeah.
I think I have it a little bit with domesticated animals. Cats and dogs are really gravitating towards me, and I feel I can sense them, but I don't know. The communication is something I don't remember how to do yet, but I would like to.
Yeah,
and
also,
in my dreams I remember it, so.
Yeah, it just came to my mind that I can mention that also we take from bees, just like we don't ask bees, what they want, and we take honey from them, so we are really, because of our greed that comes from our fear, we are really fear of the likeness.
Yeah.
We are really, we ended up in this,
The place that we're at.
yeah, we're just, where we are right now, so.
We are taking from nature, we are taking from other people, other cultures, other countries, we want your oil, we're fighting over it,
we are taking,
we
everything
want to
from,
just extract because we feel empty inside, and we feel more comfortable if we have more because it's safer.
we just wanna be really comfortable. We wanna be comfortable, so that's a big curse of this society. We just really love comfort,
Yeah.
more and more.
Yeah,
more and
people,
more.
And that's why we are disconnected
That's
from
also,
nature, because
comfort.
it can be uncomfortable. Nature pushes us
exactly.
to be uncomfortable.
Because it's just, in a lot of ways. It shows us, because it's part of the wisdom, it shows us really what we should do, how we behave. It reflects us, mirrors us, gives us the lessons.
Yes. And also nature knows what we need, so it will push us out of our comfort zone into the emotions we need to express.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel that. So we are afraid of that.
Yeah, we are afraid of our own emotions. So it really comes
when I was
back.
in Peru, it was uncomfortable. I was out of my comfort zone, sleeping in a treehouse, hearing sounds of an animal which I thought was maybe like a black jaguar or something. And it was pushing me into the emotion of fear. And I had to face it. I had to feel it, because I couldn't hide in my little house or I didn't have anything. And so I was out open and vulnerable, but I felt that fear that I needed to, which was in my body already, right?
Yeah, there is this story that I've heard that the native dad with his child, his son, he took him into forest because it was a trial. It was a trial for him to be, to pass some certain age, to mature a little more. Yes. So he took him in the middle of forest and he left his son there overnight. Or he left him there, and the child thought that the father comes back quickly, but he didn't, and the son started to cry because of fear, because he was left, and the whole time the father was watching the kid from far, from the bush, watching over him. And the son was crying. He was in fear, and he really went to the emotions, and he spent some time like that, in that state of sadness. And then he after some time he realized some things. He stand for himself, and he tried to find the way back, so and then he reconnected with his father. So it basically again shows that the nature also pushes us to express our emotions really well.
Beautiful, and like that nature is helping us to reach our potential. And so for that boy, then he's releasing his emotions, but he's also building strength, confidence, bravery, all of this skills that he needs to be him. Right?
Yeah.
And when we aren't doing that, we lose that. So we have people who are weak, scared, don't have a lot of confidence, not very brave, because we're not pushed by nature to step into our potential. And like what you explained is essentially a vision quest, which is has been used for like thousands of years, but it's not happening so often anymore.
No, we don't have those rituals in our society because again we closed ourselves.
We are like protecting children so much that we create.
We are
what
teaching.
We have now.
We are teaching our kids, the wisdom. Not wisdom. I should.
From a book.
Exactly. Things that were already discovered that are here basically to learn, to teach us to think in certain way. Because it's safe for environment, for the system. It's safe for the system if we are taught some certain pattern how to think. It doesn't invade doesn't warn the system, doesn't challenge the system.
We're taught to think in a way that will work with the current system, not challenge it. And that is dangerous.
So also, the system is another factor why we are in this mess.
Another reason we need to be connected to nature is because nature will show us how to disconnect from the system, whereas technology will not, because it's a part of the system. Right. So this connection to nature is our answer. It's the key for our not only survival, but for us to reach that lost paradise. Really, to remember what's possible.
So I think we covered most of the informations that for this current moment came to us. So
I just want to speak it so others can hear it, so I can remember it, that when I was reading the book Soulcraft, it's about these experiences in nature. It's about, remembering this knowledge, facing fears, and I want to have that experience. I really felt when I was reading that book even that I could be a guide for people's journeys, for these vision quests, for connecting with nature once again, for facing fears, for stepping into my power and helping other people to step into theirs. So this is, as right now I'm working as a tour guide, but I really feel I can go deeper with that and help to be a guide for these type of experiences in nature so that people can really go deep. But first I need to do it and focus on myself, but I feel it in my body. Nature is telling me that now, like, that is a part of your path, which is amazing. Like,
that's great, baby.
And Mariana wrote on the slide for our team, she had the pictures of us, and she wrote nature guide for me. Like, she just put it there. And it's like she's seeing it. Like, that's a potential for me that I'm calling in. And I have never really spoken it. I thought it. But yeah, I think that's nature is leading me there.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
from guide in the city to guide in nature and helping people come back to themselves.
Mhm.
I feel really emotional right now. Like because I was journaling yesterday to basically asking for signs of what is my purpose, like help me get closer to my purpose. And I feel I'm receiving those answers already right now here in this moment, and nature is a huge part of it. So
Okay.
I feel complete. I feel exactly where I'm meant to be.
Okay, that's about it for now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.